Welcome back to my new video. In this video, I'm going to teach you how you can read a JSON file or a nested JSON file using Apache Spark. Okay, so I'm in this directory, and what we are going to do is we are going to read this debezium.json file. So let's look at the content. It's what cat debezium. So as you can see, the structure of this JSON is very nested and complex. So you can see the source, and within the source you have some brackets, and then some key value pairs, and then another key value pair, and then you see there's a higher directory, which you see payload, and within the payload you have this curly braces corresponds to this one. No, yeah, this one. And then after has also a key value pair, and then a source. And then if you look at it, fields also has a list, and within the list you have some key value pairs or dictionaries. Okay, so it's a complex JSON. So we are going to use Spark to read this JSON file and write it back to a CSV. Okay, so I'm going to start my Spark application. Okay, so as you can see, we have Spark launch. Let's look at the version. You can see the version is already here, but you can check it with this Spark code. So what we are going to do is we're going to import some Spark session. So we're going to say, let's see if I can. Okay, so we're going to say from PYSPARK.SQL import Spark session. Okay, so, and I think that is all we need. So what we are going to do is we are going to say df data frame spark.read.option, and then we pass in multi-line, and then we say it's equal to true dot JSON, because we are going to read a JSON file. We say dot JSON, and then we say star.json. Anything under this directory with .json, we're going to read it. Okay, so we could as well pass in the name, but yeah, let's pass the name, debezium.json, and yeah, basically that is it. So let's enter. So let's check print the schema. So as you can see, at the higher level, we have two higher directories, which is the schema and then the payload. Okay, so we are going to concentrate at the payload side. So we're going to say payload. You see, we have after, and after has its own nested. Before opt source, you can see the source is a struct type with all these values in there or variable names in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to say payload.source.change LSN DB name. We're just going to select some few, so we're not going to select everything. So we're going to say df dot, okay, let me call this new df is equal to df dot select payload dot source dot, let's select the DB payload dot source dot name payload dot source dot version and payload dot source dot table, and then the last one payload dot source dot ts underscore ms. Yeah, so we are just selecting some few variable names. We're not going to do everything, but this is how you select the names from this complex or nested JSON file. So I'm going to say enter. So once I say new df.show, as you can see, these are the values and these are the column names. So now we want to write this column name to a CSV, okay, or back to a JSON, but we're going to write it to a CSV. Okay, so I'm going to say new df dot write dot the mode we want to do either append or overwrite, but we want to overwrite if we have such a file name existing. We're going to say CSV, and then we're going to pass in new df.csv. Okay, so let's enter. So once we do that, let's split. So I'm going to say, so this is the new CSV that we wrote. So I'm going to say cat new okay, so I'm going to say new df. No, what is going on? Let's see head. New df.csv. Okay, some issues going on. So let me open it and then open it manually. I think that should work. So let's switch back to our PyCharm. So okay, it's behaving like a directory. Okay, I see what is going on. So let's switch back to our terminal. So it's behaving like a directory first. So let's cd into it, new, and then this is the data we want to look at. Okay. So let's cat CSV. Okay. So once we cat it, you see, this is the data we are looking at. So from this huge nested JSON, we've been able to pass it to a CSV. Okay. Yeah. So let me see, head part everything .csv. Okay, no match is found. Okay, so it's part. Okay, yeah, so this should work. So as you can see, we now have the values in the CSV file. Okay, we can as well write it as a JSON. So all we need to do is say JSON, and then we say JSON. If I enter, now you can see this new df.json is also a directory, new df.json. And then we can cut the path as JSON. And then you see you have the values as what a key value pair. Okay, so this is how you can read a nested complex JSON file using Apache Spark. Okay, so if you like this video, don't forget to like and share and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.